Maid by Nita Prose. To me, this book read like a movie. The maid, Molly, is adjusting to life on her own since Graham died. Her attention to detail and love for cleanliness make her a great maid, but her life is upended the day she enters a suite to find a wealthy guest dead in the bed. More than just a mystery, this book tells the heartwarming journey of Molly alongside the multi-layered unfolding of the murder.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm an associate librarian at the Chanhassen Library, and I wanted to tell you about a book I've just read, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I read this book mostly on an airplane ride, and it kept me entertained the whole time, plus I couldn't wait to get back to it once I got home. The story is about Addie LaRue, Adeline as she's known at the beginning of the book. She's a young woman growing up in rural countryside of France in the 1700s. And like any young woman at that time, she has limitations on what she's able to do. As a child, her parents allow her to run pretty free and wild and do the things she wants. But when she turns 18, they want her to settle down and have a family. And they find a young widower farmer who has children to raise and is interested in Addie. Addie, however, is not at all interested in him or that life. She wants something else for herself. But her parents insist, and on the day of her wedding, as she's getting ready and they're going to go to the church, she can't take it. She runs away to the forest, hysterical, not willing to go through with this. And as she's desperate in the woods, she cries out to the powers that be and just get me out of this. Well, of course, it's getting dark, it's in the woods. The answer to her summons is not what she would want, but of course, it's a Dark Lord demon type apparition that comes to her rescue and says, I'll make a bargain with you. For your soul, I will get you out of this. And like any Faustian tale, she makes her bargain with the devil, much like Dan Webster or any of the other devil bargaining books. So she agrees to the bargain. She will give her soul for getting out of this marriage and being free. Well, there's a catch. Like most devil bargains, there's always something you don't expect. So to be free, what she ends up being is invisible. People can't remember her. She's free to go where she wants to do what she wants, but no one remembers her. So she'll be in a room with the person walks out, and when they come back in the room, they don't remember her and they want to know why she's there, what she's doing. And she's doomed for 300 years to live life like this, where no one remembers her, and she's doomed to repeat things or not being allowed to live places because once she's paid the rent, they turn around, they don't remember her. So she has back and forth with her demon who keeps trying to get her to give up and to render her soul. But she's a fighter, she refuses. And she sees a lot of historical events happen. She's in France for the French Revolution. She's in New York for Prohibition and goes to speakeasies. So there's a lot of good historical details that she is a witness to. And then fast forward to current times. She's living in New York, and she one day goes to a bookstore where she steals a book. She goes back the next day, and the young man who works at the bookstore says, hey, I remember you stole my book. Well, of course, all she can remember is, or all she focuses on is he says, I remember you. So she hasn't heard that in 300 years. Why does he remember her? How does he remember her? Pick up the book and find out. Bye.
The Puzzler, one man's quest to solve the most baffling puzzles ever, from crosswords to jigsaws to the meaning of life by A.J. Jacobs. In this book, Jacobs attempts to solve the world's most difficult puzzles, from corn mazes to Sudoku to riddles. He goes into the history of puzzles, consults with master puzzlers, and with his family in tow, he enters the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championship with the goal of not coming in last place. Whether you are a die-hard puzzler or not, this is a fun read.
Hi, Bridget from Carver County Library, Watertown Branch. Just want to recommend this book called Book Lovers. It's a fast-paced, easy read by Emily Henry. She's written some other books, The People You Meet on Vacation and Beach Read, which are also fast, nice reads. The reason I recommend this is the witty characters and the fun time they have with each other, and laugh out loud funny. If you need something light, something upbeat, keep you smiling, I would go with Book Lovers. Thanks.
On the Hill by Jennifer McMahon is your next great read if you're a fan of the show Supernatural and suspenseful fiction featuring family secrets. When Lizzie Shelley, the host of the popular podcast Monsters Among Us, arrives in Vermont, where a kidnapping and monster sighting has sent the town into a frenzy, she's determined to hunt it down because it could be her very own sister.